So in this video, we're going to continue explain 1 in topic 3.3. And we're going to work on these reflect questions. So it says, suppose the inequality in part A is the absolute value of x plus 3 or plus 1 greater than or equal to, so they added an equal to it. So how that changes it is before the solutions are really just what's in between the lines. So it'd only be the solutions in between the lines. But when I put the equal to on it, it now also includes the values on the lines. So that gets you more solutions. So I would say that it includes values on the lines or the functions. All right, in part B, what is another way to write the solution of x greater than -2 and x less than 6? So this goes back to writing our inequality notation that we learned in the last unit. You want to write the sandwich notation because this means and. So we can write it as -2 less than or equal to x, or less than x less than 6. So that's just a fancy way of writing this exact same thing. Both are acceptable notations for the test. And then suppose the graph of the absolute value function of f of x lies entirely above the graph of the constant function. What's the solution of the inequality f greater than x? So what they're saying is that if I have my graph and I have my absolute value function, and then the g graph lies entirely above, well, what would happen there is that we end up with, oh, I drew it wrong. It ends up entirely above. So the entire graph is above this graph. I think I have that. It's pointing the wrong way. We got to point it this way. So if it's entirely above, that means I get all of these solutions. So we would answer that type of question as all real numbers. And then they want us to know what happens if it's entirely below. So if I have my axes, so there's my axes and my function. Here's my function. And if it is entirely below, so something like this, and we had it going the other direction, it would be underneath like this. And we would say that that one, because there's definitely no yellow up by the graph, we would say that that is no solution. All right, so we're going to try this one more time. If you want, this is probably a good idea to pause the video, try it, and then come back and check the work. So my vertex on this one is, I'm going to swap the sign, so that's -1, and then keep the sign -4. So I'm going to plot out -1 and down 4. My slope, I notice, is 1, so we're going to go up 1 over 1. I'm going to do it a few times so I make sure I'm accurate. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw that V. Now I'm going to draw, I know that this is the horizontal line y equals -2, so I'm going to go to -2. And it says that it's less than, so that means that my shading is underneath the green line, so it should be inside there.